What it do? It's your boy, Illuminated D. And you know what I'm saying? We back with another one. Today's video is brought to you by what if everybody could just get along? So I've been thinking about really tapping into my character, and it's such an interesting dynamic because looking at real life and then looking at the character that you actually have to play inside of wanting to use the brand, because it's really about the brand, because you're still yourself, but it's really the brand, all right? So with the brand, I thought about it. I was like, well, what if everybody could just get along? Like, I'm about to go kind of deep. Like, when I was a kid, all right? Everybody didn't necessarily get along either. But for the individuals that we did get along, we were able to do a lot with less. So imagine like saying that you want to do something that's so huge, right? And then you get a couple friends together, and then all of a sudden, all those many achievable goals were able to be met just by having motivational individuals around you that allowed you to supersede and manifest almost every single thing that you ever wanted. So then I started looking at it. I was like, well, what if the world could just get along? Like, everybody could get along. But like, let's say you took like the smartest people, the smartest in the whole world, and then you took the scientists, quantum physics, you take the mathematical geniuses, and then you give them a goal, and then you say, hey, look, this is your goal. This is our goal to expand. Doesn't it go to like a crazier basis? Like, I don't see how it's not possible directly. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. Like, I just gave it some thought because I was like, well, if they were just able to pretty much harness the sun's energy, you know, which was just made possible, and then they were able to pretty much do it inside of a small tube, well, I mean, you know, like, I mean, does that turn into like socialism? Like, does it make it to where it's like, oh, well, you have to be like this and then you get paid like this? So maybe it's based off of like, everybody says I'm worth this, so this is the amount that I want. So if you don't have this amount, I know I'm smart, so I won't work with you unless you pay me this. I don't know, like, but I seen like where Elon Musk was talking about he wants to go to Mars. And I'm like, well, shouldn't it be too easy to go to Mars if you just had the right individuals? But then it would be like, well, I have to pay the scientists and I have to do the research, and the research costs money. But why does the research cost money? Like, I'm not, you know what I'm saying? And I really don't even like talking about this type of stuff because I'm not trying to like be that person to bring everybody in the world together. You feel me? Like, that's not my job here. I'm just giving a thought to what does that look like? You know, kind of envisioning it, but then it kind of turns into like that sim game, you know, like Fallout, kind of like in the where they're like in these bunkers pretty much, and then it's like, oh, you're part of this society, you're part of this society, this society. It kind of feels like that's where it would turn to if it were to be like, oh, well, you have to help. You know what I'm saying? It probably would. Probably would be so simple too, but then that turns into like people feeling like they want their freedom of choice. So it's one of those things of, what if everybody could get along? What if everybody just said, you know what? But maybe it's because everybody's agenda is different. Everybody has that different agenda. Everybody has their special, unique thing that they want to do. But what if it could be targeted and utilized? But then it's like, well, I don't know you. You're from this side. You did this to this and this and this. And then so we can't do that because we beefing with this. And you took this from me, so I gotta, you know what I'm saying? It's just so crazy how it turned there. But it's always been like that from what we know, you know what I'm saying? Because let's say you did get reincarnated. As a child, like you could go and then just come right back and then you don't even remember anything. You see what I'm saying? You could have done amazing things, right? And you wouldn't even remember. So I think people will be like, oh, well, I tapped into my previous life and all this different stuff. But did you? Did you? Did you? Because we don't remember anything. We don't know. So how do you know that you don't just turn into straight pure energy and just turn into straight consciousness and then you just kind of float until you re-enter? You know what I'm saying? Who knows? Nobody knows. We don't know. We don't know. But it's just curious to me, you know what I'm saying? There's all these like conspiracies and so many different things that people have, and they're just like, oh my gosh, this, and that. It just makes me think about like, what is life really about? But then I just think of the pure bliss of it all, you know? The pure bliss and just enjoying the moments that we get and just trying to spend as much time with family, because in our reality, you know, we don't get forever. It's on a time limit. So I understand that time is definitely the most important thing. Most important, because as long as you have time, you have an opportunity. And when the time is up, then the opportunity is no longer there. So I think it's just appreciating and showing value to individuals and letting them know that you appreciate their value in it all, you know? Even if they're not there all the time, even if you don't get every single moment with them, just praying for their safety, praying for blessings on all their endeavors, keeping them in your thoughts, keeping them in your mind, trying to communicate when you can, you know? And even if it doesn't mean that you get to be with them forever, you know, because sometimes, you know, like my mom always tells me, she'd be like, people come into our life for a reason, a season, and a lifetime. So you never know if it's just for a reason, like they're supposed to teach you something, or a season. It can be for months, it could be for a month, it could be for a week. You never know. Or it could be for a lifetime where they're just bound and you just communicate over time and just kind of grow your relationship and just learn each other deeper. You know what I'm saying? I think that's the bliss of it all. And I think if we all could get along, it would be so dope. But does that make it even real at that point? Because if everybody just got along, how would it be? You know? I think that's when it comes and brings us to paying it forward. Paying it forward and just, you know, being the light. Being the light. Being the light in life. Being the light in other people's lives. And trying to bring out the light in others so that they can be the light. And then we can spread more light. And the more light that we can spread, and overall, hopefully the nation can turn in and officially illuminate. And then we can supersede everything that is at the moment, you know? But I just take it one day at a time and just let you know that paying it forward is love and just manifesting blessings and giving all thanks for the opportunity, and just thanking you to the subscribers and letting you know that I appreciate you all, and just even listening to the content, you know what I'm saying, and taking your time to even consume it, because I know that you have such a busy life, and I know that you got family, and I know that you got friends. So to sit here and even listen to this, you know what I'm saying, I hope that over time, whoever's on the other side of this screen, I hope that we can meet one day and we can shake hands, and you know what I'm saying, we can definitely chop it up and talk about history and talk about life and talk about, you know, the different successes that we all want to have, and the many blessings that have happened over this time, and you know, the lessons that we've learned, and just share them and cultivate in good energy and positivity, and just manifest greatness and manifest more life, more love, more peace, more success, more love, more abundance, more blessings and endeavors and protection to and from our destinations and the environments that we'll be in, and just meeting more positive light individuals, and just expanding on what's even possible at the reality of now, you know? But in due time, you know? Because we all want to be successful, we all want to be somewhere in life. But in order to do that, you got to do something that you ain't never done before. And that's the reason that we doing this right here, right now.